I'm Danielle, and before I get into this video, I first of all want to send a heartfelt thank you to Masterly Foolish for reaching out to me and for featuring me on his channel. I was so surprised, I was so honored, I was so excited. So thank you to Masterly Foolish, and thank you to everyone who moseyed on over to my channel and subscribed. Thank you all for your support and welcome. So this video is going to be on spiritual baths, and I'm up in the kitchen and I'm cooking. So you're gonna see some sweat. But spiritual baths, what are they? What are they used for? And how do you perform or prepare them? So first of all, with spiritual baths or spiritual showers, you must first wash thine ass on a mundane level. Shout out to Jasmine Masters for giving us that little charm. You must do that on a mundane level before you do your actual ritual of spiritual bath or spiritual shower. And that's just to lay a foundation, and it's already going to start to raise your vibration. Because think about it, when you've had a long day, at work or whatever, just a long day, it's just one of those days. When you take a shower or a bath, you feel better, you feel renewed, you feel energized. It just makes you feel good, and it's raising your vibration. It's just removing that grime, and that energy for the day. So you want to take a bath on a basic mundane level first, and then do your spiritual bath or your spiritual shower. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What is a spiritual bath? A spiritual bath is one of those rituals that connects us all, because virtually every religion, every spiritual path you can think of has some form of spiritual bath in it. I mean, baptism, that's a spiritual bath. So it's one of those things that connect us. It's one of those things that everybody is familiar with. And spiritual baths can be used for any and everything, okay? Whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to remove, there's a spiritual bath for it. Whatever you're trying to bring to you, there's a spiritual bath for it. You can use it to remove negative energy, remove curses, reverse curses, enhance your psychic abilities, draw love, draw money, draw protection, draw clarity, draw wisdom, draw success. Pretty much anything you can think of, there's a spiritual bath for it. So let's start with a curse type of spiritual bath. Like, how would you do that? Obviously, you wouldn't get in that bath or shower yourself. But if you were going to use a spiritual bath to curse someone, if you can prepare that bath for them, draw the bath for them, you could do it that way. If this person is going to walk on your floor, what you could do is take the spiritual bath. So however you use it, you can make your own with herbs, and so in that case you can make like a little brew and strain out the herbs and pour that brew into your mop bucket and clean your floor with that while calling the person's name that you're trying to curse. So whenever they walk on the floor, that energy is just for them. They also come in bath crystal form, so you could throw that in your throw that in the bath if you're making a bath form. Throw it in the mop bucket if you're going to do it that way, or you could throw it in their laundry. The rinse cycle probably would be the best cycle, so that energy is there. It's not getting washed off, but do what you can and do what works for you and do what you are going to believe. If you believe, if I put this thing in here, even in the wash cycle, that energy is going to be on their clothes, then do it. Okay? So yeah, that's how you can curse someone with a spiritual bath. Of course, you're not actually getting in it. So all of the other spiritual baths are typically for the person that's going to be actually sitting in the tub, drawing the love to you, drawing the protection to you, the clarity, all of that. And so what you can do, like I said, you could use the bath crystals, the that are actually for the condition, for protection bath crystals, that sort of thing. Not talking about the bath crystals you would get, from the drugstore or something like that. But I'm talking about the magical bath crystals. Now, if you get bath crystals from the drugstore or whatever, if it's got, the ingredient in it that you would need, say you're trying to increase your psychic abilities and it has jasmine in these bath crystals, then absolutely you can use it and enchant it and make it magical. But if you don't have the bath crystals, you could do, like I said, an herb mix, brew it on your stove, strain everything out, let it cool, or not let it cool because you want your bath to be hot. I do anyway. So you could pour that into your bath water or let it cool if you're going to be pouring it over your head. Say you're taking a shower. Now, something simple you can do is get those herbal teas, because they're made with so many different things. You can find an herbal tea that's got the properties that you need. And so you would just sit with those tea bags. I tie two together, put it on the faucet, hang on the faucet of the tub, and so the water runs through it, and it's infusing your bath water with those herbs. And so I would just sit before I do that, just take those dry, tea bags and just put my intent into them, and then boom, put them on the tub, and my water is going to be infused with those herbs. You can add water-safe gemstones to your bath. You can add oils. Of course, be careful and don't bust your ass lipping on them oils. If you make your own your own herb bath mixes, you can get the empty tea bags from Amazon. I'm sure probably some other places, and you can just stuff those empty tea bags with your herb mix and do it, the same way I just described with the store-bought tea bags. Or you can just put the loose herbs in your bath. A lot of people try to avoid that so they won't clog their tub. You can always strain it out, before you run the water out. A little extra work, but if that's what you have, then that's what you have. Let's see. So I think I've covered all of the ways that you can actually perform, put in the loose herbs, the tea bags, bath crystals, oils, essential oils if you want to, coins. Didn't want to add that. You can add, if you have some curios that are going to, that are relevant to whatever it is you're trying to do with that bath, put those in there too. Now, coins are really good for grounding. They're good, of course, for a money bath or something like that. And they're good to have just for that meditative element, because think about it, coins in water especially, are very mesmerizing and hypnotizing to look at. So it can help you, looking at those coins through the water, get into a meditative state. I mean, how many of us as children, probably some of us would want to do it as adults, we just don't want to look crazy just staring at the little water fountain with all the coins. And I know I love staring at it. It's very hypnotic. It's very mesmerizing to stare at all of those coins in the water. So you can throw that in there, help yourself get into a meditative state, ground money, all of that. And of course, before you get to putting any herbs or oils and different things in your bath, do your research, do your due diligence, and make sure it's safe for you. Check it against, especially if you're on any type of medications, be careful with that. Be careful with that. And make sure it's safe for you to soak in that tub, and that you're not going to have any adverse reactions, and you're not going to have any allergic reactions, or it's not going to mess with your medication or anything like that, okay? Because herbs are definitely medicinal, you know what I'm saying, and some stronger than others. So be careful with that before you get to soaking in the tub. Now, actually doing the bath, you could just sit in there and meditate on what it is you're trying to accomplish. You can pour the water over your head. I like to pour the water over my head. Some people do this a set number of times. You could do it as many times as you feel. Plan things beforehand, get an idea of what it is you're trying to accomplish, and think about what it is you want to think about in the tub, you know, so you can have that plan and go in there and do just that instead of letting your thoughts wander. You know, you want to focus on what it is you're trying to accomplish. You can also incorporate candles. You know, some people like to put 2 candles outside of the tub and walk through them like pillars. You know, it's like okay, I'm leaving everything behind in the tub. I'm walking through these candles, and boom, I have the energy that I want. I'm that renewed person. I'm this new person now coming out of the bath. You can do that if you want. You don't have to incorporate candles. I personally don't like to have candles in the bathroom, you know, splashing around. It's just, I don't like to be worried about getting burnt or putting the candle out being in the tub. It's just a hassle for me personally. So, you know, I don't worry with it. But if you want to incorporate candles into your ritual bath, then absolutely do so. And this is a nice book. You can got all different all sorts of recipes in here. Baths to remove negativity, depression, curses to draw love, all sorts of things in here. Of course, this isn't an exhaustive book, but it's got a lot of good baths in here, some simple baths, like some 3 ingredient baths and things like that. So I like this book. So this video is getting kind of long, but I wanted to cover as much as possible, cover everything I could think of when it comes to baths. And I think I'll just do a separate video for showers, spiritual showers. That's what I do the most for convenience. So I'll talk about that in another video. So thank you all so much. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do click that notification bell, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye.